As a physician who's worked with older adults for over 2 decades, I've seen a pattern that's as subtle as it is dangerous. One day you're walking a little slower. The next, you're using the armrest to get out of a chair. Soon after, you're avoiding stairs entirely, not because you're lazy, but because your body no longer responds like it used to. Most people chalk it up to aging, but I'm here to tell you that's only part of the story. The real issue? We stop doing the very things that keep our muscles, joints, and energy levels alive. And once that decline starts, it snowballs. According to research from the National Institute on Aging, adults over 60 can lose up to 3% of muscle mass per year if they become inactive. That may not sound like much, but over 5 years that's enough to lose your independence. In this video, I'm not offering magic pills or gym memberships. I'm giving you 5 simple, science-backed habits that can help you reclaim strength, restore energy, and feel more like you again. No matter your age, there's always something you can do, right from your living room. But you have to act now, because the longer you wait, the harder it becomes to reverse. Let's talk about how to turn things around, one small step at a time. Number 1, sleep well. Let me ask you something simple. When was the last time you woke up and truly felt refreshed? Not just awake, but energized, clear-headed, and ready to face the day? If you had to think about it for more than a few seconds, you're not alone. As we age, deep, restorative sleep becomes harder to come by. But that doesn't mean we should accept it as our new normal. I once had a patient, Linda, a vibrant 68-year-old who used to love gardening. She came to me frustrated. "Doc," she said, "I haven't had a full night's sleep in years. I lie awake, staring at the ceiling, and by morning, I feel like I've already run a marathon." Her memory was slipping. She felt moody. She'd given up her favorite hobbies because she simply didn't have the energy. The truth is, good sleep isn't just about feeling rested. It's your body's built-in repair system. While you sleep, your immune system strengthens, your brain processes memories, and your muscles rebuild. Without enough of it, everything from your mood to your metabolism starts to suffer. Scientific studies confirm this. According to the National Sleep Foundation, adults over 65 need 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night. Yet more than 40% of seniors report having chronic sleep issues. And it's not just tossing and turning. It's linked to higher risks of heart disease, diabetes, and even cognitive decline. But here's the good news: this can be changed. It doesn't take a complete lifestyle overhaul. In fact, the first step is creating a sleep-friendly environment. Picture this. Instead of ending your day in front of a blaring TV, imagine dimming the lights, lighting a lavender-scented candle, and letting your room become a calm, quiet retreat. Something as simple as taking a warm bath or sipping herbal tea before bed can signal to your body, it's time to wind down. Another tip I always give my patients: put the screens away. Phones, tablets, and even TVs emit blue light, which tricks your brain into staying alert. Your body needs melatonin to fall asleep, and screens can disrupt that delicate process. Try shutting down devices at least 30 minutes before bed and replace them with something calming, like reading or listening to soft music. And let's not forget about breathing. Deep, slow breaths can activate your body's natural relaxation response. Inhale deeply, hold it, exhale slowly. Doing this for just a few minutes in bed can quiet your mind and release tension that's been building all day. Linda took these steps. It wasn't an instant miracle, but within 2 weeks, she was sleeping through the night more often. A month later, she was back in her garden, smiling, telling me how much clearer her thoughts were. "It's like someone turned the lights back on in my brain," she told me. Sleep is not a luxury. It's a foundation for your health. Without it, everything else, your memory, your mobility, even your motivation, starts to unravel. But with just a few small, consistent changes, you can reclaim your nights and wake up to better days. So tonight, instead of pushing through another sleepless evening, try something new. Dim the lights, breathe deeply, let your body rest. Because sleep isn't just rest, it's healing. And you deserve that every single night. Number 2, don't stay still. Let me tell you a quick story about a man named George. He's 74, retired, and used to be a long-haul trucker. After years on the road, George was thrilled to finally stay home, relax, and enjoy the slower pace. But within a year of retirement, something shifted. He noticed his knees getting stiff, his lower back aching, and his balance faltering. He didn't fall, yet, but he started to dread simple things like standing from the couch or walking across the yard. When he came in for a checkup, he looked at me and said, "Doc, I feel like my legs forgot how to move." And you know what? In some ways they had. The human body wasn't made to be still for long stretches of time. Sitting too much doesn't just make us stiff. It silently chips away at our strength, circulation, and even mood. The CDC has linked prolonged sitting to an increased risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and even some cancers. But there's more. It also contributes to depression, anxiety, and loss of independence. And that's what scares many of my patients the most. Not pain, not even disease, but the fear of becoming dependent. The danger is, it creeps in slowly. One day you sit a little longer. Then a week goes by and you haven't taken a real walk. Before long, your muscles begin to weaken, your joints grow tighter, and your stamina drops. Tasks that were once automatic, like climbing stairs or bending to pick something up, become harder, even risky. But here's the good news. You don't need to run a marathon to protect your health. You just need to keep moving. And it's not about doing more. It's about doing something, consistently. I told George to start small. Set a timer every hour to stand up. March in place while watching his favorite westerns. Walk a few laps around the kitchen during commercial breaks. Within a month, he was walking down the block each morning. His posture improved. So did his confidence. Research from Harvard Medical School shows that even light activity, like standing or walking for a few minutes every hour, can lower the risk of death by up to 30%. That's not a gimmick. That's your body responding to motion, the way it was designed to. Think of movement as medicine. Every time you stand, stretch, or take a few steps, you're telling your body, "I'm still here, I still need you." And your body listens. It pumps blood more efficiently, keeps your muscles engaged, and wakes up your mind. Movement also boosts your mood by triggering endorphins, those feel-good chemicals that help fight off stress and anxiety. I know life gets busy, or sometimes just heavy, but your health is built on tiny habits. One step, one stretch, one lap around the living room. That's where it starts. So take a moment right now. Stand up, roll your shoulders. Take a deep breath and move your body, even if it's just for 60 seconds. Because those 60 seconds add up. They create strength, clarity, and most importantly, independence. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to be consistent. And if you ever forget why it matters, just remember George. Back on his feet, walking taller, living better. All because he chose not to stay still. Number 3, get sunlight. When was the last time you stood outside and just let the sun warm your face? Not rushing to get somewhere, not running errands. Just standing still, breathing, and soaking in the light. I'll never forget Mary, one of my longtime patients. She's 72, a widow, lives alone, and like many folks her age, she spends most of her time indoors. She told me her bones ached more in the winter, her moods dipped, and even her sleep was restless. She thought it was just old age, but I knew better. Her body wasn't just tired, it was starved for sunlight. You see, sunlight isn't just about warmth. It's one of nature's most powerful medicines. Just a few minutes a day helps your body create vitamin D, which strengthens bones, supports your immune system, and keeps muscles functioning properly. Without it, everything from balance to mood to sleep gets thrown off course. The National Institutes of Health reports that nearly 1 in 4 older adults are vitamin D deficient, especially those who spend limited time outdoors. That deficiency can lead to fragile bones, joint stiffness, and even a higher risk of falling. But what really caught Mary's attention? Studies also link low vitamin D levels to higher rates of depression and cognitive decline. So I gave her a simple prescription. 10 minutes a day in the sun, that's it. She started with baby steps, just sitting on the porch with her coffee in the morning. Then it became a stroll around the yard. A week later, she called and said, "I slept through the night for the first time in months." A month after that, she joined her local walking club. The sun didn't just heal her bones, it lifted her spirit. And don't worry, you don't need hours under the blazing heat. Even 10 to 15 minutes a day, mid-morning or late afternoon, is enough to make a real difference. Walk to the mailbox, sit by a sunny window, step outside after breakfast. It's about small, intentional moments. Now, of course, you should protect your skin. Wear a hat, use sunscreen, and avoid peak UV hours. But please don't hide from the light completely. Because sunlight does more than touch your skin, it touches your soul. It resets your internal clock, helping you sleep better at night. It boosts serotonin, the feel-good hormone that keeps your mood steady. And it reminds your body that it's still part of something bigger, connected to the rhythm of nature, to life itself. I've seen the sun bring color back to pale cheeks, hope back to tired eyes, and motion back to stiff limbs. It's free, it's easy, and it's waiting for you, just outside your door. So go ahead, take a step outside, let the warmth wash over you. And know that in those quiet, golden moments, healing is already happening. Number 4, simple leg exercises. There's something powerful about standing tall. It's not just about posture, it's about freedom. But for many older adults, that freedom begins to slip away quietly, one shaky step at a time. I remember a patient named Tom. He was 76 and had always been active in his younger years. Loved working in the yard, chasing after his grandkids, fixing things around the house. But after a minor fall that left him with a bruised hip, Tom grew afraid. He stopped walking as much, relied more on his recliner, and within a few months, even getting up from the couch looked like a struggle. He came into my office, looked me in the eye, and said, "Doc, I feel like I'm losing my legs." It's a feeling more common than you'd think. And the truth is, when we stop using our legs, they stop supporting us. Muscles weaken, balance fades, the risk of falling increases. But, and this is the part I love telling people, it doesn't have to stay that way. You don't need a fancy gym or heavy weights to rebuild strength. What you do need is intention. Just a few minutes a day, small, consistent actions, and yes, it really works. Simple exercises can bring your legs back to life. Try standing up and sitting down from a sturdy chair without using your hands. That's a chair squat. Do it 10 times, once or twice a day, and you'll feel a difference within a week. Want more support? Hold on to the back of the chair for balance. Another favorite is the seated leg lift. Sit tall, extend one leg straight out, hold it for a count of 5, then lower it slowly. Switch sides. This strengthens your thighs and helps stabilize your knees. If you're ready for a small challenge, resistance bands are your best friend. Wrap one around your thighs or ankles and gently press outward. These bands are lightweight, low impact, and incredibly effective. They're like a mini workout partner, always ready, never judgmental. Research backs this up. According to the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy, even low-intensity leg exercises performed 3 times a week can significantly improve strength and balance in adults over 65. That means fewer falls, more confidence, and a better quality of life. Tom took this to heart. He started with 10 minutes each morning. Nothing fancy, just squats, leg lifts, and a bit of stretching. At first he wobbled, but within a month, He told me he was walking around the block again. By month 3, he was back in the garden, grinning ear to ear, legs solid beneath him. It's not about perfection, it's about momentum. Every repetition sends a message to your body. I still need you. Every stretch tells your brain, we're not done yet. And every drop of effort brings you one step closer to reclaiming your independence. You're not too old, it's not too late. And your legs haven't given up, they're just waiting for you to bring them back. So take a seat, or stand up if you can, and give your legs a little love. A few minutes a day is all it takes to keep moving forward, stronger, steadier, and more alive than ever. Number 5, practice yoga or Tai Chi. When people think of yoga or Tai Chi, they often picture young, flexible bodies twisting into impossible shapes. But here's the truth. These practices aren't about bending like a pretzel. They're about coming home to your body no matter where you are in life. Let me tell you about Grace. She was 81 when she first walked into a community Tai Chi class. She used a cane, moved cautiously, and felt anxious about even trying. "I've never been graceful," she joked. But something told her to give it a shot. That one class changed her life. Grace didn't do high kicks or deep lunges. She started slowly, just following the gentle, flowing motions with the rest of the group. Each movement was like a wave, calm, steady, soothing. After a few weeks, her balance improved. She stood taller. Her breath slowed. And the best part? The anxious cloud she'd carried for years began to lift. What she experienced wasn't just exercise, it was healing. Yoga and Tai Chi are both what I call meditation in motion. They strengthen the body while calming the mind. And they're perfect for older adults, especially those who want to stay active without pain or stress. Studies from Harvard Health show that regular yoga or Tai Chi can reduce the risk of falls in seniors by up to 45%. That's not just a number. It's the difference between fear and freedom, between needing help and moving with confidence. And it's not just physical. These practices lower cortisol, the stress hormone. They help regulate your heartbeat. They improve sleep, sharpen focus, and even support emotional resilience. In a world that moves too fast, yoga and Tai Chi help you slow down and feel grounded again. The beauty is, you can do them anywhere. In your living room with a YouTube video. On your porch, breathing in the morning air. At the park, with neighbors or on your own. There's no pressure to be perfect, only the invitation to be present. If getting on the floor feels intimidating, don't worry. There's chair yoga, standing Tai Chi, adaptive poses for every body type and ability level. These practices meet you where you are, not where you used to be. Grace continued practicing for years. She called it her moving meditation. Her doctor was amazed by her increased energy and better posture. And when her granddaughter visited, they'd stretch and breathe together. A bond built through motion and stillness. You don't need a fancy mat. You don't need to be fit. You just need a little curiosity and a willingness to begin. Even 5 minutes a day can open up space in your joints, clarity in your mind, and calm in your heart. Yoga and Tai Chi aren't about pushing your limits. They're about reconnecting with them, gently, kindly, consistently. So if your body feels stiff, your mind feels cluttered, or you simply crave a sense of peace, give it a try. Move slowly, breathe deeply, and discover what's been inside you all along: strength, balance, and the power to heal. So here's what I hope you'll take away today. No matter how old you are, it's never too late to take back control of your health. Aging isn't about giving up or slowing down. It's about adjusting, adapting, and choosing to care for your body and mind with intention. You deserve to feel strong. You deserve to move with ease. And yes, you absolutely deserve to wake up each morning with energy and purpose. These 5 simple practices, getting better sleep, moving your body more often, soaking in a little daily sunlight, doing gentle leg exercises, And embracing mindful movement like yoga or Tai Chi can truly change the course of your days. They're not drastic. They don't require expensive equipment or gym memberships. They just require one thing: a willingness to begin. Start small. Start today. And as you do, I'd love to hear from you. What's one habit from this video that you're going to try this week? Leave it in the comments, and let's encourage each other to keep growing stronger together. If this message resonated with you, make sure to subscribe to the channel. There's so much more ahead: more tips, more support, and more ways to help you stay independent, vibrant, and full of life. Remember, it's not just about adding more years to your life, it's about adding more life to your years. And that journey starts with one small, powerful step today.